Similarly, lying is wrong because you are misleading another person's conscious behavior in order to achieve your own goal. You are treating that person as a means to your own end. Cheating is the unethical for similar reason. You are violating the expectation of other rational and sentient beings for your own personal aim. You are treating everyone else who is taking the same test, or following the same rule as a means to your own personal end. Violence, same deal. You are treating another person as a means to some greater political or the personal end. Bad, reader, bad. Bad, reader, bad. Kant's formula of humanity does not only describe our moral intuition into what's wrong, it also explains the adult virtue, those action and behavior that are good for their own sake. Honesty is a good in end to itself because it's the only form of communication that does not treat people merely as a means. Courage is good in and of itself because to fail to act. Courage is good and courage is good in and of itself because to fail to act is to treat either yourself or other as a means to the end of quelling your fear. Humanity is a good in and itself because to fail into a blind certainty to treat other as a means to your own end. If there were ever to be a single rule to describe all the desirable human behavior, the formula of humanity would probably be it. But here's the beautiful thing. Unlike the other moral symptom or the codes, the formula of humanity does not rely on hope. There's no great system to force onto the old, no faith-based supernatural belief to protect from the doubt or the lack of evidence. The formula of humanity is merely a principle. It does not project some future utopia. It does not laminate some. It does not laminate some hellish past. No, no one is better or worse or more righteous than anyone else. All that matters is that conscious will is respected and protected. End of the story. Because Kant understood that when you get into the business of deciding and dictating the future, you unleash the destructive potential of hope. You start worrying about the converting people rather than honoring them, destroying evil in order rather than rooting it out in yourself. Instead, he decided that the only logical way to improve the world is through the improving ourselves, by growing up and becoming more virtuous, by making a simple decision in each moment to treat ourselves and others as end and never merely as means. Be honest, don't distract or harm yourself, don't shrink responsibility or the succumb or to fear. Love openly and fearlessly. Don't cave to travel impulses or hopeful decides because there is no heaven or hell in the future. There are only the choice you make in each and every moment. Will you act conditionally or the unconditionally? Will you treat others as merely means or as end? Will you pursue adult virtue or the childish narcissism? Hope does not even have to enter into a equation. Don't hope for a better life. Simply be a better life. Kant understood that there is a fundamental link between our respect for ourselves and our respect for the world. The values that define our identity are the template that we apply to our interaction with other, and little progress can be made with other until we have made progress within ourselves. When we pursue a life full of pleasure and simple satisfaction, we are treating ourselves as a means to our pleasurable end. Therefore, self improvement is not a cultivation of greater happiness, but rather a cultivation of a greater self respect. Telling ourselves that we are worthless and shitty is just as wrong as telling others that they are worthless and the city. Lying to ourselves is just as unethical as lying to others. Harming ourselves is just repugnant repugnant as harming others. Self love and self care are therefore not something you learn about or practice. They are something you are ethically called to cultivate within yourself, even if they are all that you have left. The formula of humanity has a ripple effect. Your improved ability to be honest with yourself will increase how honest you are with others, and your honesty with others will influence them to be more honest with themselves, which will help them to grow and mature. Your ability not to treat yourself as a means to some other and will in turn allow you to better treat others at the end. So, your ability not to treat yourself as a means to some other end will in turn allow you to better treat other as an end. Therefore, your cleaning up your relationship with yourself has the positive byproduct of cleaning up your relationship with others, which then enable them to clean up their relationship with themselves and so on. This is how change the world, not through the some all encompassing ideologies or the mass religious conversion or the misplaced dream of the future, but by achieving the maturation and dignity of each individual in the present, here and now. There will be there will always be a different religion and different value system based on the culture and experience. There will always be a different idea about where we are going and where we have come from. But as a Kant believed, the simple question of dignity and respect in each moment must be universal. The modern maturity crisis. Modern democracy was invented under the assumption that the average person is a selfish and delusional piece of shit, that the only way to protect us from ourselves is to create a system so interlocking and interdependent that no one person or the group can completely host the rest of the population. Politics is a transactional and selfish game, and democracy is democracy is the best system of government. Thus, far from the sole reason that it the only system that openly admit that it acknowledges that the power attract corrupt and childish people. Power, by its very nature, forces leader to be a transactional. Therefore, the only way to manage that is by the inserting an adult virtue into a designing of the system itself. Freedom of speech, freedom of press, guarantee of privacy, and freedom of speech, freedom of press, guarantee of privacy, and of the right to the fair trial. These are all the implementation of the formula of humanity in social institutions, and they are implemented in such a way that they are incredibly difficult to threaten or change. Theirs really only one way to threaten a democratic system. When one group decides that its values are more important than system itself, and it subvert the religion of democracy with some other, likely less virtuous religion, and political extremism grows.